So today I want to share some helpful tips on what to do if you're trying to plan a fun rest day at Disney World, or for the day you arrive at Disney World, perhaps you don't have tickets to the theme parks. That's pretty reasonable because maybe there might be a delay in your flight, or for whatever reason, you may not want them that day. You might want to wake up refreshed and go the next day to Disney World. So I'm going to share with you a look at a fun day without actually stepping foot into any of the Disney World parks. Here's what it could look like.
Again, for the courtesy and comfort of those around you.
So this is an example of a Disney trip in July. I definitely thought July would be too hot, but we happened to have a week off around July 4th, and I was willing to give it a shot, and it did help that I had some Hilton points. So actually, we didn't even have to pay for our hotel, but we did stay off-site. That didn't really save us that much money when you consider my kiddos started wanting some Disney stuff as soon as we got off the plane. Anyway, this is inside MCO Airport, and we went on the little tram, which is one of our favorite first rides in Disney World, took it to baggage claim, got our luggage. Oh, if you've never been inside MCO, it's pretty cool because they have a hotel right inside the airport, which is pretty unique. So anyways, we grabbed our luggage.
You got it.
It's been pretty empowering for my kiddo to have his own luggage, and he likes making sure it gets into the Uber safely. So when we get to baggage claim, that's when I like to call an Uber. Ubers do have car seats available. You just have to make sure you select that specific type of Uber. There is a little bit of an upcharge, but it makes it easier if you have a kiddo and you don't mind using their car seats instead. So here we arrived at the Hilton Orlando. Now one mistake I made during this trip is that there are actually quite a few different Hiltons, and while this one was absolutely beautiful inside, it's more convenient to Universal Studios and to SeaWorld. So in the future, I would not stay at this Destination Parkway Hilton if I wanted to be closer to Disney World, because they did not have a free shuttle. So I'm just going to give you a little tour here of our room. Very standard room. The last time we went to Disney, we stayed at the Riviera. And the Riviera was a lot nicer than this room, but this is just a standard Hilton room. And you know, if we can go to Disney a little bit more, because sometimes we're not going to stay at the Disney hotels or whatever, just because we have free nights at Hilton or Marriott, that's perfectly fine for me. So yeah, it was just super standard room. The stay was pretty good.
This is a beautiful place.
For some reason, housekeeping never came, even though they were supposed to come every other day. That was kind of the only pitfall of this experience. We were taking out our own trash and tracking down those carts in the hotels, but it was fine. Really was. So the next thing we did is we headed over to Animal Kingdom Lodge. So you're going to see that I absolutely love going to Animal Kingdom Lodge Resort. It is so beautiful. We took an Uber there again. At the entrance, if you're in an Uber, you do have to let them know if you're just coming to visit or if you have a reservation. On the ride over, since, you know, I left this day pretty much up in the air, this arrival day at Disney World, I did look for last minute reservations, and I was able to get them for Sanaa, which is one of our favorite restaurants there. Really good Indian and African food, but there are other restaurants. What you need to know, though, is that there are two separate buildings. So this one we're going to now is the Kidani Village building. There's also Jambo House building. And once you're on the Animal Kingdom Lodge Resort property, you can take a free shuttle between the two buildings. Each building has their own arcade, has their own beautiful lobby, has their own wonderful animal viewing areas, which are completely free even if you're not staying there. They have a playground only at Jambo House, and then there are restaurants, some at Jambo House, some at Kidani Village. So again, we're headed to Sanaa, but you have to take in this super beautiful lobby. Look, you can see the Savannah Outlook area right there. It's so nice. This is just outside, a little walkway. From this view, I could see giraffes and zebras and whatever type of animal that is. I don't know, maybe it's an antelope or something. There were some really funky looking birds that you'll see in a minute. But this was a good activity to do while we were waiting for our table to be ready at Sanaa. So nice.
I see a zebra and a cool looking bird.
And then previously when I've eaten at Sanaa, it's been at night, and I didn't realize how well you can see the animals if you go during the day. So definitely heading here during the daylight hours for an early dinner is a good idea. This restaurant is one of our favorites. We love butter chicken. My kiddo really loves the kid menu options. I'm going to give you a look here, but there's so many delicious things to try on the menu.
Let me tell you about the flavors real quick. Spicy naan is on top.
All right, and you have to start with this naan. The spicy one.
No spice. Help me out.
This is the kids. He was able to choose a couple different things that he wanted. This is my butter chicken entree. And then you'll see Patrick, my husband here, got the slow braised beef. And it's kind of fun and interactive, although I would only put down the rice and the meat in the future because whenever you add the vegetables to the dish, it gets a little watery and it's too much. So anyways, you get to use that naan. What you want to do to get the naan with all those dipping sauces is to order the bread service at Sanaa. It's so, so good. These collard greens were really good too, but again, it made the plate a little too watery for my taste. So here are the animals we could see right from the dining area, right from our table. So I don't know, I'm really for planning a couple rest days in a trip to Disney World. I think it's good, especially if you're there in hot weather. You can take a rest day, go to a pool that day, try some upscale dining that day. There are bars, you can bar hop that day if you're able to. We had a kid, so we don't do that. But this is leaving Sanaa, and there's still plenty more to do on this day of arrival here at Disney World. So first thing we did after lunch was hit up the safari that's in the Kidani Village building. Plenty to do there, totally updated. A lot of these games I know are new within the past year or two. So I don't know, I'm really pleased with all of the arcades I've personally been to at Disney World resorts. So then we decided to head over to Jambo House. There was this free shuttle. It only takes about 5 minutes to get there, and the shuttle runs every 20 minutes. So it's so amazing that you don't even have to be staying at the Animal Kingdom Lodge to make full use of the resort like this. So over there, we explored the property. If I hadn't just eaten, I would have eaten at Jiko or somewhere else. There's also Boma here. I'll give you a little look at that. But here's the lobby. You're on the main level. Look how beautiful this is. You can see animals there as well. Just so pretty. And I didn't even speak to it, but there's a lot of cultural artwork and things that you can do as learning activities for free to enjoy at these different Disney resorts. So you can definitely check out an itinerary to see what might be available when you're visiting. And these are other restaurants that you'd want to get reservations in advance for. Boma is really great. It's a buffet style, so you can do that. And then right across the hall is Jiko, the cooking place. So maybe you could get a main dish at one, your main dinner, go do some activities and come back for drinks or dessert at another one if you're in the mood for that. There's also some faster quick service dining options you'll find on the properties, along with some outdoor poolside bars. Speaking of the pool, there's a pool at each resort, each building at this Animal Kingdom Lodge resort. Look how beautiful. This one has water slides and everything. And then in the north side of the Jambo House area, you're going to find the Hakuna Matata playground, which is a favorite for my group. It's under these beautiful shady trees, and there's resting spots for adults as well. And not too far away, other than this little wildlife guy, there is actually more wildlife to enjoy. One of my favorite areas to visit, just steps from the playground, is the Flamingo Pond. I just love flamingos. How can you not? So it's just amazing because this is a lot of the nature stuff that you'd find at Animal Kingdom at the Disney World park, but you can enjoy it for free, just pay for your activities and your food, that sort of thing, by going to a resort like this. Again, these are such updated games that you can play here. This is the second arcade on the property. It's huge. You pick up your game card right there, load it with as much money as you want. These arcades don't necessarily have toys or gifts at the end. It's just kind of for the fun play. But at other resorts, like the Contemporary Resort, there is an arcade there that has a play till you win ball situation. All right, so then it was time to head back to our hotel. I was happier that earlier in the day we were able to check into the Hilton and see what our room looked like and unpack some things and change, because when you come back at the end of the day, especially on your day of arrival, you're probably pretty tired. I also like that as Hilton Honors members, we had a free $30 credit each day to their quick service. If you've stayed at a place like I mentioned before, like the Riviera or another Disney resort, you're probably familiar that there's usually a quick service or cafeteria style restaurant there, and I think that's really what they replicated here, which was great. We could spend the $30 on any of this, and of course that meant that my kiddo wanted a treat, and you know what, so did my husband. He got a ginormous cinnamon roll I'm going to show you, but we enjoyed eating at this Scratch Kitchen restaurant quick service place quite a bit during our stay. Got some sandwiches, delicious pastries, breakfast, coffee. So it was a good stay overall, and we just spent a lot more of our time checking out Disney World's properties than staying in the hotel, since our hotel was pretty basic. So I have so many more guides coming for you for Disney World and Disneyland and other theme park type trips in between, including Universal Studios. So hang out with me and the fam here at Jenna Loves Magic. Bye!